Hey, good morning. It is Olivia with Tarot and Coffee with Olivia here to do another reading for you today. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate you. It's very exciting to know that there are people watching and people experiencing this reading. It feels like you're right here with me sometimes, and I'm thinking of a lot of you right now. um, Today, I have a nice thought I want to read to you. I am going to break it up into, I think, probably just two pieces. And it's not really that long, but when I read the whole thing, it is really beautiful and poignant. And I have a tendency to get teary eyed and misty voiced, and I don't want to do that on camera, so I'm just going to be reading part of it. And in the meantime, you will pick your card. The first card is with the snail shell, this beautiful, miraculous, perfect, everyday thing, because miracles do happen every day. The snail shell is one of them. This is a piece of driftwood from the beach. So it has the ocean in its memory. And it probably still has sand on it. And then we have this frog. And he represents, of course, a real frog, our little wise man. And then we have over here your howlite, the strong silent type. There he is. All right, so I am going to read it. This is from Marianne Williamson. I think some of you were introduced to her when she ran for president against Donald Trump earlier. Um, she is a person that's been around a long time, and she's been well known in the metaphysical realm forever and religious. This is from her book Illuminata, A Return to Prayer on falling in love or romantic love. And I guess I'm just going to read this first paragraph. Tomorrow I'll read the rest of it, and it will make more sense tomorrow. But it'll I'll just go with it. Um, from an illuminated perspective, falling in love is an effort to retrieve paradise. That dimension of bliss where no one is blamed for anything and everyone is fully appreciated for who they are. When we fall in love, we drop, for however brief a time, our tendency to judge, we suspend our disbelief, and we eschew our faithlessness in another human being. Falling in love is not an illusion as much as falling out of love is a fall from grace. What we see when we fall in love is not an illusion, but truth. So there is more to that thought, and it's a very poignant thing. It is something I really strongly believe in. Now, before I turn over the cards, I want to remind you that you are the master of your own destiny, except when you're not, and then you need to let go and let God. These cards are a meditation on the day. They're nothing to be afraid of. It's just a thought as how today might go for us and help us to think about our day before we get started. And that's what doing these readings for you help me with as well. And as a reader, delicious coffee. As a reader, I'd like to let you know that as I read each person's cards, I'm often relating them to myself as well. Um, I don't know why I told you that, but let's turn over the first card. If you picked the snail shell, this little timeless miracle. Ooh, focus. There we go. That little timeless miracle. And this is your card. The close. The close is AKA the death card. It doesn't necessarily mean that someone will die today, although it can mean that. I did read a woman's fortune once who said, "Yes, I just came from my mother's funeral." Um, this is not a portent of death necessarily, but a portent of the inevitable, something that you cannot change. There's something that will have a sharp ending and a new beginning. So, the advice that I give the bearer of this card is to start your morning right, do everything you can to be in a good space, and then you're going to need to be able to let go of ego, let go of self, let go of what power you think you might have, because there is nothing you can do about this. Whatever it is, it's just something that had to happen or will have to happen, and you have no control. So, this is the part where you let go and let God and find your way through. It's a very somber card, but as I said, it's nothing to be afraid of. Of course, we are anyway. This is our. We're going to move on to the next card. As deep and we're just going to move on. We might go back to that. So if you see another timestamp at the end, I might have a little something on that, little extra on that death card there for you. We're going to move on to the driftwood that actually does have some sand still on it from the beach. The great womb of the earth, the mother of all. Oop, I think we're going to turn over this card. It's not wanting to turn over. Here we go. Oh, another high card, the Wheel of Fortune. Now, all I have to say about this is lucky, lucky, lucky. This is your luck card. It is the card saying that if you do play the lottery, if you don't play the lottery, I wouldn't go out and buy a lotto ticket. But if you do play the lottery, today's a good day to do that. However, most of the time when I pull this card, um, well, I wouldn't say most of the time, but some of the time people do win prizes without doing anything. They just get a phone call and say, "Oh, yeah, you won this cruise, by the way." That did happen once. I actually had a stranger that I read for, and he ended up going on the cruise within a couple of days with a friend of his, um, and heard about it on that day. So just keep your eyes peeled. It looks like there are some miracles happening today with the clothes card and the Wheel of Fortune card. There are things coming that are out of our control. The Wheel of Fortune is also out of our control. It is not something that we have anything to do with. It's just luck. It's not even karma. So, if you chose the driftwood, then the Wheel of Fortune is your card today. And if you chose Swami Frog, our great teacher, then this will be your card. Ten of Cups. So, you see, this is a happy family, and they have their cups. Cups are also known as hearts. So, when you're seeing this card, one of the things you're seeing is, well, happy family. It also looks like they're making a toast, a celebration of some kind. This card kind of speaks to the people who have been lonely. Today you won't feel so lonely. You're going to have a connection with someone or someone's, probably more than one person, that's going to just bring you joy and happiness and remind you that you do have friends in the world and family that care about you. And that's basically what your card is today. It's just enjoy it. Enjoy today. Enjoy the people you have around you, or the people that, or call someone on the phone. There's going to be someone who's going to be happy to hear from you. And that is your card today. And last but not least, we are going to turn over our highlight card. Two of Rods, that inner conflict. Sometimes it's an inner conflict. Usually it is. Sometimes it's not. There's definitely a decision to be made. And it's something that you have conflicts over. Maybe it's a decision within yourself. What I want you to do with this card today is take some time today, meditate, pray, just sit and think about, or run and think about, or jog and think about, specifically intuition and how to get information for your decision a way that you don't usually get information. So you may often ask people, you may often, maybe you often pray about your decisions. This time I want you to take those routes and others. I want you to think about how you can get that information more information in order to make the decision that you need to make today. And I said I might get back to the close, but I think I'm going to focus on the close, which is Death and the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ten of Cauldrons and the Two of Swords also that are, of course, not meaningless. However, these two high cards, the people that chose those, look for miracles in your life today. Both inevitable. And then get back with me and let me know how your day went. Let me know if your card resonated with you today. If your card didn't resonate with you today, I want to hear from you. I want you to say, I want you to comment. You can say this is baloney in the comments. I want to comment no matter what you have to say. And I especially want to know if what I'm doing is something that you are getting anything out of. Okay? So, without much further ado, I will say, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.